Updates from all across the ACC. Why one running back who had a very good 2025 has been named a breakout star to watch in 2026. The coach of one of the conference's most famous programs speaks on how he plans to get his team back into contention, and two programs battling out for one quarterback who has one very important decision to make. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to ACC Uprising. My name is Grant Mitchell, and we got a fun one cooking up in this video today, where we are here to talk about 5 or 6 different programs. Normally the videos come one school at a time, but as I always say in the intro, we are committed to covering every single team across the conference in our videos, and this is a perfect example of that because we have probably like, what, a 30-40% chance of hitting on your team in just this one video alone. So if you guys are a fan of any ACC team, you like ACC football, whatever the case may be, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on future uploads. Also hit the like button if you are enjoying the content, and even if you're not enjoying it, if you support an ACC team, then hitting the like button helps get the ACC content out there into the YouTube algorithms. We are fighting back against the SEC and the Big Ten and all the bigger conferences. We're here to talk ACC, and you guys know that already. So again, join the family, and as always, throw your thoughts down in the comment section below. So we're going to start this video off by talking about Georgia Tech, although we are going to talk about the conference as a whole as well. So the ACC, Big 12, and ESPN announced that Georgia Tech will kick off its 2026 season by hosting Colorado on Thursday evening, September 3rd. The ACC will have 14 programs take the field in week 1. That includes 4 days of action, kicking off with Georgia Tech on Thursday night. There will also be 2 conference matchups, Miami versus Stanford and SMU versus Florida State. And a really cool fun fact, the ACC leads the nation in Power 4 non-con matchups during week 1. They have 6 of them. Now, the first ACC team to be in action, of course, will be North Carolina, which will take on TCU in Ireland at the end of August. But as far as the actual week 1 matchups, be ready for Georgia Tech to get things started on Thursday night. So we'll stay in the South and we'll go over to Florida State, who we talked about in one of yesterday's videos. And now I'm here to double back up because Mike Norvell has been running around doing what I'm doing right now, baby, talking into the microphone. And he gave an interview, or he made an appearance, I should say, on ESPN's Inside Access podcast. And he said some revealing quotes. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to read them to you right now. Big quote, so I got to get ready. I'm excited for this season. I'm excited for this opportunity. You know, we've been able to, I think, bring together a really, really good football team that is going to have a high level of expectation and also a high level of potential of what I believe we can achieve. And so, for me, you make the most of each day. You come and you put everything that you have into the people that you get to do it with. You're making sure that you see growth, you see improvement. We've got a team that is really embracing the work and the expectation we have within this program because we do know what it looks like. So this year, we put ourselves in a position that we expect to be in, and that's competing for championships because when you come to Florida State, that is what you aspire to do on a yearly basis, and we have those same expectations. So Mike Norvell, pretty confident. Coming off of a 5-7 season last year, went 2-10 the year before that. The wheels just completely fell off after that season where everybody assumed they were going to be in the college football playoff, controversially held out. Of course, we know that tying into the Jordan Travis injury and all that, we don't need to relitigate the past, but Florida State was in a pristine position, and all of a sudden they find themselves falling on hard times. But Mike Norvell, clearly confident in his ability with the players he has, the coaches he has on the staff, to drag the team back to where they belong near the top of the conference. Norvell also spoke to On3's Pete Nakos, and he said that this offseason, he just put his head down and got to work in the portal, made sure to clarify that he'd also been going to work in seasons past, but he said that there's been especially great communication among the decision makers talking about how to get FSU back into contention. Now, a lot of his best work in the portal was just retaining players that were already on the roster, although that is important because in the modern day of college football and the NIL era, you need to constantly recruit the players who are already on your team. I think it is still fair to question several areas of this roster, particularly the quarterback. We'll see what Ashton Daniels can do. I'm not too bullish on his long-term outlook, but again, can only give you my predictions. I can't look into a crystal ball and tell you the future, so we will see what happens. The breakout star, the running back who I teased at the beginning, back in the intro. Any guesses who you think that might be? Well, in this video, I'm going to be referencing a story written by Sports Illustrated's Hugh Strain, and he picked Duke running back Nate Sheppard as a possible breakout to watch. Now, Strain is, first of all, really important to Duke because he was one of their 3 best offensive players, the only one of those 3 who announced their intent to return and that kept their promise. Because, you know, they got promises from other important players on that offense, and Sheppard is the only one who has actually held true to that, held true to his word, and will be soon up for the Blue Devils in 2026. Duke obviously coming off of a very, very good season. 7-5 doesn't blow you away, but it's actually 8-5 or 9-5 really, because they went to the bowl game where they beat Arizona State, right? I'm not going crazy. They did. I don't know why all of a sudden I'm blanking on the final score of that game. I Googled Duke, Arizona State is the best way for me to find this out because I'm just going to see Duke basketball. Yeah, 42-39, of course. Okay, so they did win. Yeah, so Duke finishes 9-5, but the biggest achievement they had, the biggest feather in the cap, of course, was the ACC Conference Championship. And while Darian Mensah got a lot of praise and Keyshawn Brown was looked at as a big loss going to Virginia Tech, Nate Sheppard had a really, really good season. He came in last year towards the bottom of the depth chart. He was only a 3-star recruit. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but he wasn't coming in as a 4 or 5, a blue chip prospect. Starts the year at the bottom of the depth chart, quickly works his way up, and finishes the season being highly, highly productive. Again, freshman season had 200 carries for 1,100 yards, 11 touchdowns on 5.7 yards per carry. So the guy was really productive. He's going to carry more of the offensive burden this time around because Walker Eget is not Darian Mensah. And ultimately, we're going to find out just how good he is because opposing defenses are going to know this is the guy to cue in on. And even though he'll probably get more volume than the 200 carries he got last year, again, when you're at the top of the scouting report, defenses are going to be playing to stop you. So how does he hold up and what can Duke do this season? We will just wait and we'll find out. Closing out this video, talking about a recruiting battle between 2 ACC schools. Both Wake Forest and Stanford are heavy after 2027 quarterback William Wood. 3-star quarterback from Massachusetts passed for 2,800 yards. This is really impressive. 42 touchdowns, 4 rushing touchdowns, only 1 interception last year. So a 46-1 touchdown to interception ratio. That's pretty good. That'll pay the bills. That'll get you some offers. So his high school won their 3rd straight state championship last season. Again, that's also going to help bolster your recruiting profile. Penn State is supposedly interested in this player, but has not offered him. West Virginia, Syracuse, UConn, Delaware, and East Carolina have all offered him scholarships. He is ranked by 247 Sports as the number 41 quarterback in his class. And he has an official visit to Wake Forest from May 29th to 31st coming up in the future. So guys, that's going to do it for this video here today. We hit on, again, good 2/5 of the conference or so. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you hit the like button. And even if you did enjoy, even if you hated it, just make sure that you do hit the like button because you can support the ACC content that way. Hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on future uploads. We're going to start talking about basketball on the channel here because simply put, with March Madness coming up, there is no reason not to. We started this with a football focus, but honestly, I'm a basketball guy at heart too, so I really don't mind it. And again, it seems wasteful not to take advantage of it, and there's some pretty cool storylines going out there. So again, guys, one final time, why not join the family? We're going to be covering every single ACC school right here on the channel. Make sure that you are a part of that. Appreciate you rocking out here at ACC Uprising, and we'll catch you in the next one.